Hi, welcome to another Power Blast podcast. I am not a fitness expert. I am not a nutritionist. I am not a certified trainer. Heck, I didn't even sleep at a Holiday Inn Express last night. But I am an independent team Beachbody coach, and I've successfully completed P90X and P90X Plus several times, and I want to talk about it. All right, yep, I'm doing a little hanging here from the pull-up bar, and this week I decided enough is enough. I have a hankering to get back into some P90X stuff, especially the pull-ups. And yeah, a little bit sore, but not too bad. It was a really nice run for the month of January to kick off with the Brazil butt lift and the Rev abs. And while those were, those provided some really great workouts and worked my body in quite a different way. And so I thought once I got back into the P90X stuff, I thought, oh my gosh, what am I going to be in for? And I found that even though I was a little bit sore from some of the chest and back stuff, I thought once I got to the part where I had to do the ab ripper, I thought for a fact that that was just going to be, oh my gosh, unbearable. And believe it or not, I'm going to let go now. Believe it or not, the whole ab ripper went so much better. I don't know. Rev abs just seem to really work really well on the core and strengthen that whole just abdominal area. That while I won't say ab ripper wasn't a challenge, it ended up being very doable, and I was pretty impressed. So I'm back to I'm doing a little bit of a mix this month, another hybrid, if you will. Phase 1 workouts of P90X, and I'm taking out the 2 cardio ones, which would normally be plyometrics and Kempo, and putting in 2 of the Insanity ones for my cardios. So it's been several months since I've done those as well, and I was remarkably surprised. Yes, winded, of course, but able to keep up, able to do the workouts, and I was once again very, very pleased. I think a lot of times when people conquer a program like P90X or Insanity or whatever, and there's a fear to go and try something else that maybe it isn't deemed as intense or just isn't that same craziness, I guess. But I think working the body in different ways and getting some of these other underlying muscles just to fire when you come back to it. Sure, I might not be banging out 15, 20 pull-ups, but that was 10, 12. I mean, that was pretty good for 1 week back into it. I'm pretty excited to be back to doing a little hybrid stuff. For my yoga, I am doing Tony Horton's one-on-one Fountain of Youth. And so it brings me up to a couple topics this week, starting with Insanity. I just got an email from my buddy Mark. Shout out to you, Mark. Hey. Who I think we talked about Insanity this past summer, but and this guy's a marathoner. Loves to at least do half marathons, etc. I know he had some injuries that he was working through and hoping that P90X would get him through and get him conditioned. He had borrowed Insanity from a buddy and has been doing that, and he said, oh my gosh, is just amazing and getting him in such great condition. Now, we're both living here in Wisconsin, so not the most friendliest of weathers to get out there and run marathon type of endurance treks around. But doing Insanity has given him some major endurance. So when he did get the opportunity the past couple weekends to get out and do some running, he went out to do like 3.5 miles, and he went, that wasn't so bad. And so then he comes back, and this past weekend decided to go for a light 7-mile run. And he goes, it's just unbelievable how now I'm thinking a 7-mile run is nothing but a thing. He goes, I expected my quads to be really, really sore. I recovered really, really great. And man, just the endurance, I blew through that no problem. So if anybody out there is running marathons or doing some triathlons and is looking for a program to keep them in condition and go for it during those hibernation months, Insanity would be it. And while I'm not a runner, I can only take his word for it. But I do know that it as far as endurance training goes, it's fabulous. In our school district, they asked teachers or buildings around if they wanted to apply and ask for some money to buy some workouts or equipment or some programming of some sort for their building to benefit and do some sort of wellness or exercise with their building. And my buddy Matt, shout out to you, Matt, decided he got awarded the grant that he asked for, and has chosen 5 Tony Horton one-on-one DVDs. You can go back and buy them one at a time and do more of an a la carte sort of thing. So then he emails me and says, which 5? That was like one of the hardest questions. Which 5 do you choose? I mean, it really depends on your goals. Both of us agreed. Fountain of Youth, we love that one for the yoga one. I mean, I love the plyo legs one. I think that's a phenomenal one. And I love the 15-30 where you do 15 pull-ups and then 30 push-ups. The arms one good, the upper, middle, lower, there's just so many that were good. I can't remember the 5 that he actually settled on, but one of the things he'd asked me was, well, I see there's this one called on one leg. Tony does all these moves on one leg, and you're stabilizing your core, but all the moves are either you're working on your triceps or your shoulders or your biceps. Like curls, but you're standing on one leg, or doing these tricep kickbacks, but you're kind of in a chair pose on one leg. So quite inventive. Anyway, so that was the other one that came across the conversations this week. So it's gotten me fired up, as I'm talking with these people. I'm like, after seeing the P90X infomercial, the Insanity infomercial, and in our conversations with one-on-one, I've got to get back to the stuff that I really love. Not that I didn't love the other things, but when you think of your fitness personality and what it is that you truly want to get to, you always go back to what you like doing best. So that's what I'm doing this week, but not take anything from stepping out of your comfort zone and doing something different, because I know that there's a lot of benefit to that too. So anyway, all I've got for this week, remember, it's never too late. We'll see you next week.